Turn out every light. No fire, no moon, just darkness. For almost all of human history, this was the most dangerous moment of the day. When the sun went down, the world stopped belonging to us. It belonged to whatever was hunting in the dark. So here's the strange part. Somewhere in that darkness, our ancestors did something that may have turned us into who we are today. And scientists only pieced it together recently. The question sounds simple. What did ancient humans actually do at night? For a long time, everyone assumed the answer was boring. The sun sets, you get tired, you sleep. Nothing to study, nothing to see. But then researchers went to live with some of the last hunter gatherer societies on Earth. People who still sleep under the open sky, with no electricity at all. And what they found did not match the story we tell ourselves. Let's start with fire, because fire changed everything. Before we controlled it, night was empty time. You hid, you stayed still, you waited for the sun. But a fire pushed the darkness back. It kept the predators away. And for the first time, it gave us something we never had before. Extra hours. Not hours for hunting, not hours for gathering, hours for each other. Now here's where it gets interesting. An anthropologist named Polly Weissner spent years listening to a sand community in southern Africa. She wrote down what they talked about during the day and what they talked about at night. In the daylight, the conversations were practical. Complaints, arguments, who did what, plans for food, ordinary, useful, a little dull. But at night, around the fire, the talk transformed. More than 8 out of 10 night conversations became something else entirely. They became stories. Stories about people far away. Stories about ancestors. Songs, myths, jokes, and characters who never even existed. In the dark, their minds left the campsite completely. Think about that. The daytime was for survival, but the night was for imagination. And imagination, it turns out, might be the most powerful thing our species ever created. But the mystery goes deeper. Because there's the question of sleep itself. We assume ancient people slept more than we do. No screens, no noise, long, dark nights. Surely they slept for 10 hours. Except when scientists finally measured it, the numbers were surprising. Many of these communities sleep only around 6.5 hours a night, sometimes less than a modern office worker. So if the nights were long and they weren't all sleeping, what were they doing awake? That leads to one of the strangest discoveries of all. Researchers studying the Hadza people watched them sleep for weeks. And they noticed something almost no one expected. At nearly any moment in the night, someone was awake. Not on purpose, not on guard duty. It simply happened. The old woke early. The young stayed up late. People stirred, shifted, rose, and drifted off at different times. Which means the group was almost nowhere fully asleep at once. There was always a pair of open eyes near the fire. Some scientists call this the sentinel hypothesis. The idea that our scattered, uneven sleep isn't a flaw. It's ancient protection. For thousands of generations, someone was always watching the dark. And maybe that's why so many of us still wake at 3 in the morning, for no reason at all. An old instinct from a time when the night could kill you. So slowly the picture comes together. The night wasn't empty. It wasn't wasted. It was where something new was born. Around those fires, children learned who they were. Strangers became a tribe. Fear turned into stories, and stories turned into meaning. This is likely where myth began. where music began, where the first questions about the stars were whispered out loud. We usually imagine civilization starting with farms, or cities, or kings, but it may have started much quieter than that, in the dark, around a flame, with people simply talking. The truth is, ancient humans didn't fear the night as much as we imagined. They filled it. And in a strange way, everything we call human, every story, every song, every belief, may have first flickered to life in that small circle of light, surrounded by the dark. So the next time you can't sleep and you're lying awake in the middle of the night, remember this: you're not broken. You're just doing something very, very old. And if you want to know what those same ancestors did during the day and why they may have worked far less than you do, that story is waiting for you next.